Why does it always come to money?
Why not? I mean, everything you got on costs money. Everything you do costs money. You can't take your wife on a date for free.
Is that how you measure your success?
No. Me, I'm loyal and honest. And I'm a good person. And I call a spade a spade. Money don't make me, I make money. And without money, I'll be the same person.
Peace and blessings to everyone. What is going on, guys? Welcome, welcome. Listen, there's a quote that says, life is like a sandwich. No matter how you flip it, the bread comes first. You know how we do here. And I'm not trying to make this a thing. I said that the last time, okay? But we are on our third episode, you know what I'm saying, of Stock Stars and the Crypto Connection. I'm going to bring in the first person that I did this show with, which he's absolutely amazing. We have Ruel Black. He's host of the Crypto Ru podcast, financial advisor. He's an entrepreneur. And let me tell you something. I don't know anyone else that really digs and does his homework and deep dives like Ru when it comes to crypto. So what is going on, Ru? How are you? Peace and blessings.
Going on? What's going on, Mooney? Thank you for the wonderful introduction. I'm so happy to be here today and ready to get into it with people.
Yeah, absolutely. I got like an extra screen. I'm just going to keep bouncing back and forth because I have to use like two cameras. Listen, if y'all are on the Mooniverse, if y'all are just coming in and getting to know me today, I am a energy reader. I do tarot. I'm a financial crypto investor for a long time. And I've made friends with, first of all, we have two special guests coming in on the second hour at 8 o'clock. We have Mystic Ronin, and hopefully Mr. Mystic will visit us as well. They were with us for the second episode of Stock Stars and the Crypto Connection. And I met you through him, and it's just this, we have this wonderful energy. There is never any pressure to do this, as y'all already know. The last time we did it, we spoke about a specific crypto, and about a couple of weeks later, it goes up and it moons, it does a really nice pump, and then before that, we got on before the elections, and after that, the elections hit. It was our show, the elections hit, and then boom, everything just freaking pumped like crazy. So now we're expecting, due to a lot of this solar eclipse energy that's coming on, because, we absolutely love financial astrology around here. And Ru was like, let's do another show. I was like, let's do it. So Ru, I'm going to give you the floor because I know you got a lot of, you've done a lot of deep diving and you've come across a lot of new information, so I'm just going to give you the floor. If I have any questions, anybody has any questions in the chat, please come through. And yeah, let's get it.
And just like Mooney said, last show we did, like the last couple of shows since then, XRP's gone from like 30 cents to 50 cents to $3. So had you listened to the last shows, you'll be up right now. Everyone has been saying like meme coins, but what actually happened was a utility coin, super cycle, if you will. A lot of the utility coins, including XRP, went up 10x or more. So XRP went from like 30 cents to or 50 cents to like $3. HBAR went from like 4 cents to 40 cents. Now it's at like 24 cents. XLM went from like, I think it was like 11 cents to like 30 something cents, and on down the line. ADA, all the different coins that we were talking about as far as utility coins, ISO 20022 coins have all gone up. What's different now, Donald Trump, love him or hate him, he has brought regulation to the crypto industry. And once it was thought that regulation would hurt the crypto industry, but it's actually helping. And the thing to understand there is that there are a lot of cryptos that scam me, but the cryptos that we are talking about are the cryptos that are actually for utility, that will actually make things easier as far as the technology, the blockchain technology that they offer. Um, One of the things with XRP is like, if you ever bought a house or bought a car or something like that, especially with a house, it takes 7 days or so for whoever you buy it from for their money to clear and for your money to clear. XRP clears all of that up. Like with the blockchain technology, it would clear up in seconds. So imagine now integrating that in with banks, where a process that took 14 days now takes seconds.
Jeez, yeah.
So yeah, so don't you think that's something that banks would want? They just need to get everything in place regulation wise for that to work out. And that's what we're seeing with XRP. That's what we're seeing with the Trump administration. Before things were like, okay, well, with crypto, you couldn't do certain things, or only certain people could do certain things. And then after a while, they made it like, well, you couldn't do it in America. Well, now with the Trump administration, you can do it in America, like lending, crypto
Mm-hmm.
lending. One crypto, which I'd like to talk to you guys a little bit about today, is Metallicus.
Mm,
One of the coins in its whole ecosystem. Metallicus has a whole, they call it the digital banking network ecosystem, in which they have 4 tokens, one of which called XPR. People might remember it as Proton. They still call it Proton, but they call it like the Proton network. That's integrated in with a lot of credit unions. And right now, you can do lending with that. And lending is going to be pretty big for these cryptocurrency things. We see that, um, well, we see inflation. Inflation is just going out of control. Like, I remember seeing somebody, it was this podcast or something I was watching, and they showed a little clip, and this one woman, she was like buying a bagel or something in California, and it cost her like $32. And like
mm,
that same like bagel and coffee would have been like $16 just like 2 or 3 years ago.
right.
So with all of that, um, lending is going to be very, very important. And these, with all the stuff that I talked to you guys about, as far as like it lowering the time it takes for money to clear, essentially what that means is it's going to be more cost efficient to get a loan through blockchain, through crypto. And with Metallicus, they can just connect it into a credit union, and you wouldn't even know. It would just be the lowest rate loan for you. So
Mm-hmm.
that's one of the things that we're going to talk about today. Also, one of the things we want to talk about today is tokenization. Uh, when they mention things like tokenization, a lot of times it sounds like it's new and it's the most exciting thing, and it is new in the way that it's being applied, but it's not new in the form of tokenization that's been around forever. Like if you have a social security number, essentially that's a tokenized version of you. That number is tokenized
Yes,
you.
correct.
And we could
That's
get
correct.
into a whole big thing about, is that you? Like, and we could get into a whole big thing about that, but just essentially tokenization has been around for a while, but
Yep.
now they're talking about applying it to using blockchain. And what this is going to allow them to do is tokenize things like home deeds. So you could like trade your home on this like crypto market, and
Mm-hmm.
your home would be representative of this token.
Right, right.
Um, Basically, what that does is it gives you liquidity kind of in your hand or in your pocket. So if your home or your whatever commodity, your home, a barrel of oil, your future working power, whatever, is tokenized into this token, you can now spend it on your phone as easy as you do with your Apple Wallet or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Now take that and put it on the stock market. So now they're talking about tokenizing commodities and putting them on the
Mm-hmm.
stock market. So, like, essentially, that would be like if you could figure out how to tokenize, you could figure out how to bottle up some content that was in some place that nobody saw it, and now you can bottle it up and put it on YouTube where everybody sees everything. And like, I think
Mm-hmm.
something like a third of the world is on YouTube. That's
Right.
that's that's essentially the analogous. That's the comparison there. They're gonna like put this tokenize a commodity and put it on the American stock market, which is the biggest liquidity market out there.
Mm-hmm.
So there's laws that are being passed for that right now, which I want to show you guys, and we can talk a little bit about some cryptocurrencies that'll benefit from that. Um,
That's amazing. That's amazing. You know, Rue, just since the last time that we did the show, look how much the crypto space has changed. You know what I'm saying? From the time that we did the last show to now, it has been lightning fast as far as the growth and the acceptance and the passing of all of these different bills that are pro crypto. It's staking. You're hearing more about staking, lending, where you don't even you could borrow off of your crypto, where you don't even need to sell your crypto. You know what I'm saying? And there's such a huge opportunity here for people who do want to invest in real world, right? Real world utility crypto. And it just takes education. You know what I'm saying? So that's wonderful.
See, that's what I love about Mooney. She does her research. We need more ladies in crypto like you, Mooney. We need that. Um, yeah, so much has changed, guys. Like lending and what you mentioned with lending. I'm not a tax guy. Do your own research there. But the thing about lending that could be big is that you can borrow against your crypto and it's not a taxable event. So
Mm-hmm.
in that case, if you have a ton of different crypto, you got like $2 million or $3 million in crypto. Now you take a loan against it instead of doing stuff like having to pay 40 or 50. It's something like 40, 50, depending on how long you held the crypto. You might have to
Right.
pay 40% in capital gains tax.
Exactly.
Now,
Exactly.
if you do a loan against it, it's not a taxable event. Hopefully, that ends up changing with Donald Trump here. He says that he's going to do something in which American cryptos will have zero capital gains tax. We'll see how that goes, if that happens or not. But
Mm-hmm.
if it doesn't happen, lending might be the way. Now, of course, I wouldn't be a guy if I don't point this out. You really want to be careful with that, and that you don't over leverage yourself, because then the crypto becomes theirs and you can't pay the loan back. Like, you want to like really use it and take out less than what you need, so it's never a chance that you can get caught here with your pants down and then they got your crypto and then you're stuck paying back a loan you can't afford. But so what I hear, some people do is like they can afford taking about like, or they're approved for taking out like 60% of the value, but they only take out 20% of the value, and they take it
Right.
from there. Um, so that's one way and one route to go of it. And another route is staking, in which staking, you can think about that as like dividends in the stock market, where you get paid for just holding your money there, and they give you
Mm-hmm.
a small percentage. And that's the really good thing, because it's passive income. It's
Welcome. Yep.
always bringing passive
Mm-hmm.
income in. Like, we don't always want to be consumers of stuff. We don't always want to have it where we have to work for our money. We want to have like our money work for us. And this is the greatest part of passive income. Um,
Right.
yeah.
All right. So you
So,
let me know what you want to share, and then yeah, then we could move to that.
okay, let me bring this up. Okay, so I want to share something with you guys where
Mhm.
the NASDAQ just recently applied. I have it up. Let me know when you can see it. Okay, perfect.
Okay, awesome.
So NASDAQ makes push to launch trading of tokenized securities. Now, if you're in crypto, this might be a little bit confusing to you because there's this question if cryptos were securities, and basically the answer to that question is no. You know, as far as we've been told by the SEC right now, they're saying most cryptos are not securities. But when they say NASDAQ makes push to launch trading of tokenized securities, they mean things like oil, they mean things like carbon credits, they mean things like deeds to real estate, those type of securities. So NASDAQ proposes trading tokens tied to stocks and ETPs and ETFs. Stocks are also securities, by the way. So they're wanting to tokenize these and be able to trade them on the stock market. So if approved, move would mark the first instance of tokenized securities trading on a U.S. exchange. NASDAQ files proposal days after SEC agenda adds crypto trading rules. Okay, so NASDAQ is working with U.S. regulators to introduce trading of tokenized securities, becoming the latest major financial player on Wall Street to double down on a boom in tokenization amid an easing of crypto regulations under the Trump administration. If approved, the move will mark the first instance of tokenized securities being allowed to trade on a major U.S. stock exchange, and also signify the most ambitious attempt yet by an exchange operator to bring blockchain-based settlement into the national market system. And this is from Reuters. They're a really popular, known news organization. We scroll down here. Okay, I think this is what we wanted. Okay, so same material rights. Under new SEC Chair Paul Atkins, the agency has been attempting to revamp cryptocurrency regulations and reduce rules Wall Street has criticized and overly burdensome. If the latest policies are adopted, they will represent a major win for the digital asset industry, which long has pushed for tailored rules that would enable crypto to become more enmeshed with traditional finance. On Monday, NASDAQ said that trading of tokenized stocks in Europe is taking place in a way that is raising concerns, as some trading platforms are offering investors access to tokenized U.S. equities, but they are not providing investors with extra shares in companies. So they're trying to figure out how to do that over here as well. One of the things that they mentioned in this article is a founder of a crypto called Redstone. It's something that people should definitely take a look at. But one more thing I want to point you guys at that the SEC said. Let me get that article up as well. Okay. SEC chair says most tokens are not securities. That's what I was talking about earlier. Backs super app platforms. So U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission Chair Paul Atkins says that most crypto coins are not securities, while outlining a sweeping plan to integrate crypto activities like trading, lending, and staking under a unified regulatory framework. So this is everything we were talking about earlier, how Mooney mentioned staking and lending. Basically, the head of the SEC, the Securities and Exchange Commission, the commission who's kind of in charge whether something is a security or commodity kind of thing. There are two organizations. There's SEC, and then there's the Security Commodities Commission. It's like S or CFTC. So between the two of them, they're basically kind of saying that cryptocurrencies are commodities and not securities. But they're also working on, like was said here, trying to get plans and things in place so you can do trading, lending, and staking under one platform. So if we scroll down here, okay, here it is. The SEC's updated strategy includes allowing platforms to operate as super apps that can facilitate trading, lending, and staking of digital assets under one regulatory umbrella. So basically, you could do all of those
Wow.
things and then it would be regulatory okay.
Yeah, that's, that is so wild because, if you kind of get a little bit of understanding of what this means and how beneficial it's going to be for investors, there's going to be a lot of competition with different corporations with each other to try to get people to come to their side. Hey, come and invest your crypto with us. We'll give you this percentage of interest, or we'll give you this percentage. And we are at the very beginning of this. If you know how at the beginning everything is just, for example, the rideshare app corporation like Lyft and Uber, they did wonderful in paying their drivers phenomenal amounts of money because they needed drivers. So it's going to be the same thing for this crypto space for people who invest. So the earlier you are, the better, because trust us, people, if you're listening right now, they will find a way somehow to kind of lock us out, or lock the majority of people out from really, really benefiting as opposed to someone who's coming in sooner into the game. You know what I'm saying?
100%. And yeah, so and just to finish the level part, so Atkins
Mhm.
said that these platforms should also have the flexibility to offer multiple custody solutions. So yeah, everything that Mooney said is completely on point, guys. There's going to start to be a little bit of a competition for where your money is going, and the thing I just really want people to be walk away from this with, especially if you haven't seen the other two episodes, is crypto is being regulated into the policy now. So it's not this fledgling thing that might not happen. It's happening. And I'm gonna mention a couple of cryptos that you might want to, not financial advice or anything like that. But if you want to try to start making a difference for your family, you might want to try to invest in them. Um, because they're the next big thing. Like sort of like we think about the internet, how like Microsoft, Intel, Apple, all of that was just
Right.
starting. This is where
Mm-hmm.
we're at with this industry right now, and
Exactly.
while other people are focusing on so many other things happening, like you might not have been aware that all of this news was happening with cryptocurrency, and there's a
Mm-hmm.
reason for that. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So, like, you know, this might be something where you can do, like, don't even take my word for it. Go check into it. Go look into it. I'm giving you some resources with different cryptocurrencies and different names of people who are the decision makers, like the SEC chair, like Donald Trump, the president, and things like that. They're making the rule changes right now. So, and in 6 months, in 3 months, a year, 2 years, like these things may be so far out of people's reach, they won't have chances to buy them again.
Right.
Like the time is on, that is now.
That's right. That's right. The time is now. That's right, people. Mm.
So this one is really good because now they're saying, okay, well, we're making apps for trading and lending of these assets,
Mhm.
And basically, these assets are now kind of merging in with the banking sector. So it and I'll show you that right now. So remember, I was telling you about Metallicus. Let me bring up their website. Okay, so they call themselves the Digital Banking Network, and they're tying themselves into a lot of different cryptocurrencies to give you guys kind of the the big picture overview. It says Metallica supports FedNow service by advancing U.S. payment system. So the short story about that is we have a clearinghouse that clears all of our banking system. It's attached to this thing called FedNow. FedNow is like a payment processing service attached to this service
Mm-hmm.
called Swift. And Swift is like Swift and the DTCC. That's where all our banking payments clear.
That's
So
right.
Metallicus is pretty much connecting into that, saying, hey, we're going to be a part of this and we're going to help you guys get onto blockchain,
Mm-hmm.
specifically with credit unions. Now, if you come over to their site, guys, metallicus.com/news, you will see that they're hooking up with all of these different credit unions. Credit unions
Wild.
embrace blockchain to leverage the future of trustworthy financial assets. We go down here. Metallicus acquires fintech Bonify, connecting 70 plus credit unions to Metal blockchain. Payfina and Metallicus partner to extend instant payments and cryptocurrency to U.S. credit unions. Because the narrative you will hear out there is that banks don't want cryptocurrency. And I'm here to destroy that narrative for you because you have different cryptocurrencies like Metallicus that are already connecting into different banks and credit unions right now.
I'm not wasting any time.
Right. Right now. And they're doing it right now. Like certain people know, but the news is not hitting for the major news thing because of
It
course,
really isn't. That's
right.
right.
So yeah, so all of this is happening with them right now. So I gave you sort of right there some news articles they have. Now let me go to another page they have. Metal blockchain, blockchain for banking, BSA ready layer 0 blockchain infrastructure for financial institutions. So you look at these vendors, these are some really big vendors. Clover, Tenemos,
Oh my
Fiserv,
gosh. Yes.
Jack
Mm-hmm.
Henry, VIP member. But now they show you here credit unions they're already connected to. And I'm in Arizona and I already recognize a couple of these that they're connected to right now. So they're already doing it. It's not even like oh, this might happen type of thing. It's happening right now.
Wow. So did I hear you right that you said Metallica is helping Swift connect to the blockchain?
Pretty much, pretty much. They're
Okay.
doing it with the credit unions. The
Yeah.
people that are specifically helping Swift exactly themselves are
Right.
Chainlink.
Chainlink. Okay. Got it. Right. Mm-hmm.
So they're like really three or four different kind of major banking clearinghouses and ledgers. There's Swift, and Swift's getting help with Chainlink. There's the XRP ledger. They're getting help from XRP and Ripple.
Mm-hmm.
There's R3 Corda, and R3 is getting help from XDC.
XBC. Yeah.
And then there's Quant, and Quant's the overledger. They have like a overledger over top of all of it. And
Wow.
other one that you can kind of throw in there is the DTCC, which let
Mm-hmm.
me bring them up as well. And they're getting help from all three of those organizations, or three or four, I think I named. but they're also getting help from Hedera. Let me bring them up. So see, they say it right on their front page. The coexistence imperative, bridging TradFi and digital assets.
Like just now, guys, if you were listening, Brew just dropped so many hints as to which cryptos to invest in. You know what I'm saying? It's wild. It's wild.
Now, this company right here, DTCC, what you'll notice is you can see it a little bit in some of these little things that they're talking about. NASDAQ Trade Talks, how market structure and technology are evolving. They do the clearing for stocks, all stocks. So they do clearing for NASDAQ. They do clearing like for everything goes through this company to clear to make sure it's valid and okay. So Swift connects into them as well. And what everybody tries to make it seem like is Swift is competing with XRP, but really Swift is going to be cooperating with XRP.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, because there was a lot of talk. Oh, XRP is going to get rid of the Swift system, this and that, whatever. That system is really, really old. They rather transition, do you understand, and work with the system than because that's just too much. It's too much money, too many big, and they're not just going to give it up.
Exactly. They got way too many people who are invested
right
in seeing Swift stay around. So they're not gonna get rid of it, but they are going to help the system and kind of upgrade the system via these, via the XRP ledger, via R3 Corda with XDC, via which one did we mention? To FedNow and people like Metallicus and Stronghold and things like the Overledger and Quant and Swift and Chainlink. So all of these systems work in together.
Yep.
And then to go all the way back to lending, this is MetalX lending platform. So this is Metallicus's lending platform, which just grows and grows and grows in value. Like a couple months ago, it was at the 40s in value, 40 million. It's almost up to 60 million now. It's at 59.3. And on it, you can see some of the cryptos we were mentioning. Hedera that they offer for lending. Ripple, XRP that they offer. Dogecoin, Ethereum, and Bitcoin. And then XPR, which is their own coin.
Love it, guys. It is so easy to sign up for an account with MetalX or Metallicus. It's so easy, and a lot of people would advise, and no, not financial advice though, but a lot of people would rather, hey, if your crypto is sitting in a wallet being idle, not doing anything, then just put it into, stake it to make some interest while it's sitting there, and then you decide what you want to do with it, right? That's an option, but it's very easy to open up and on one of these accounts.
Yep. So there's a phone app, either if you have an Android or an Apple, called MetalPay.
MetalPay, right?
You get that phone app and you can buy any of these cryptos here. XPR might be the one to go for with them. But then also you want to get their wallet. That MetalPay app functions as a wallet too, but you want the other wallet along with it, which is called WebAuth. So WEBAUTH.
Thank you for that. Yes, that's right.
And it's a big W, like kind of metal looking W. And that will allow you to come on here if you want and to do the loan markets. So they have it. So the lending part of this is a little confusing, but the lending part of this is set up almost like staking. So you lend them the crypto you buy, and they give you a little percentage on it.
Mm-hmm.
And that percentage they pay in both the token that you lent them and this token called loan. And that loan token, you can also come over here and stake it as well.
Oh, wow. So they give you a profit off of your own the crypto that you stake and an additional one.
Right. So yeah. So
Wow.
if you want to do buy crypto with them and then quote unquote lend it to them, which is
Right.
like their form of staking,
Right.
they offer you a little bit for doing that. And
Amazing.
they continue to add different good cryptos over here. Like they didn't have Hedera, but they recently added it in the last couple of weeks. And
Okay.
let me just show you guys something from their CEO. Now, their CEO went on this he did this interview with CoinDesk. If you guys want to if you're interested in hearing about crypto news, CoinDesk is one of the biggest places you can go to hear cryptocurrency news. So their CEO did an interview with the Congressman Byron Daniels. He's actually going to run for governor of Florida now. But I want to show you guys this because the governor, like, there's a part in this interview, right, where the governor is like, I'll let you guys see it and take you can take your view from it. So the interview I'm going to show you guys was before Trump got elected. So they're basically talking about how they would like to see, cryptocurrency have a bigger place in society. And so far, so good that it's happening. But I think it's very telling, this interview, because it seems like the congressman likes Metallicus. So
Interesting.
I'm going to play a certain part of the interview for you guys, so you can be the judge. We'll go a minute into what I'm going to play you're going to see it, and I'll tell you, and I'll pause it for you.
Okay.
So let me share this tab, and Mooney, please let me know if you can hear it once I start it here. So
Okay.
here's this is the CoinDesk interviewer Jen Sanasi. This is the CEO of Metallicus, Marshall Hayner, and this is the Congressman Byron.
Yes,
Byron
I know
Donalds.
that. I know that Congressman. Yes,
So he's very pro crypto.
I didn't know that. So, Papi?
So I'm gonna play it and let me know if you can hear it, Mooney.
Now I've watched as, I've seen events go into the thousands of people filling.
Can you hear it? I paused it.
Yes, I can.
Okay.
Yes, sorry.
All right. Okay. I'll go back to
when the only conferences were, tops 30 people in a room together. And now I've watched as, I've seen events go into the thousands of people filling large conference halls. Like AI and like Congressman said, energy is needed, not only for proof of work, but for many innovations in the US. And it's very important that we manage that energy policy responsibly. I absolutely see the potential because blockchain really, in some ways, is disrupting one of the oldest industries, which is banking. And I believe that it will ultimately be the underlying technology that connects banks and financial institutions globally. Will it be Bitcoin? There are a lot of people that would say, yeah, I would like for it to be that, but I'm a multi-chain believer. I'm working on a blockchain myself called Metal Blockchain that's trying to connect credit unions and banks. I believe that.
See that? You see when he mentioned Metal Blockchain, bro was straight faced the entire time. And when he mentioned Metal Blockchain,
so wild. He has the worst poker face ever.
Right? But this is everything we've been talking about, right? And I'm going to replay that so people can see it again.
Yes,
but
yes.
everything we've been talking about, cryptocurrency disrupting the banking industry, like cryptocurrency before, like nobody knew about it. That was what he was kind of mentioning in the beginning. But now there are conference halls being filled where people talk about crypto and people are there. And Bitcoin is cool, but there's some technologies that have moved beyond Bitcoin. And then he mentioned metal blockchain, and bro got the biggest smile on his face. So I'm just gonna go back to where the smile
Please
was
do. Please do.
and replay it here. Okay.
And I believe that it will ultimately be the underlying technology that connects banks and financial institutions globally. Will it be Bitcoin? There are a lot of people that would say, yeah, I would like for it to be that, but I'm a multi-chain believer. I'm working on a blockchain myself called Metal Blockchain that's trying to connect credit unions and banks.
That's what you call a cheeseburger, man.
Right.
Boy, with cheesing.
Now, interesting point about that. Senators have to declare securities, but since cryptocurrencies are not securities, they do not have to declare that they have those.
Exactly.
So Congressman Donalds could be sitting on tons of XPR. We wouldn't even know it. We wouldn't know it. But from that smile,
From that
I
smile,
think he might have some. I think he
has
might
a
have.
little bit of change, you know?
He might have a couple quarters put over there. Just a little bit of cash over there.
Just a little bit. That was
So
crazy right there.
So I just want to give you guys a little taste of that. Like, don't even take my word from it. Look at that senator smile. Like, this is a congressman, a senator, right there, right? We already know Donald Trump already has his own meme coin. He has his own publicly traded company that's a crypto like agency, which I'll bring that up. He also has his own kind of DeFi coin called World Liberty Financial.
Financial, that's right.
So it's happening. So here we go right here. This is on the stock market. Trump Media and Technology Group, DJT. Okay. And this is publicly traded on the stock market. So, if you're not taking my word for it, how about the president? How about the congressman? How about the SEC chair, who we shared 2 words from him earlier? It's here, guys. It's here. And it's
we're at the precipice of it all, you know, and whether it's here on this show, whether it's on the crypto, the Ronin experience, we have been trying to yell it from the rooftops, you know, like, get in now. There's going to be a huge transfer of wealth, one that we've never seen in our lifetime, you know. And listen, the thing is, guys, that people like myself, Ronan, Rue, Mr. Mystic, we were never given anything. Do you know what I'm saying? We've had to work extremely hard. You know, I myself, I wasn't born with a silver spoon in my mouth. I grew up in the hood. I grew up in struggle. And something happened with with our generation and our parents, that something was missing, and we didn't invest like we should have. We didn't manage our money properly. It was just exactly as Rue was talking about when he was talking about the staking and the lending and all of that. It's not about spend, spend, spend. We need to invest our money. We need to be smarter. But I say now in our lives, in this level, in the stage where we are right now, it's better late than never. You know what I'm saying? And it's better that we get on, we get on the freaking boat right now, because let me tell you something. When the train leaves the station, a lot of people are going to be mad. And
Yeah.
we've been saying that on the Ronin experience. A lot of people are going to be furious. You know, they're the ones that are going to feel that they got the rug pulled out from under them, because remember, at first they were demonizing crypto, you know, like, no, it's bad. It's for drug dealers. It's for this. It's for that. It's for traffickers. Blah, 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 blah. Right? But then meanwhile, in the background, BTC was working, and look at it now. You know what I'm saying? Nobody would have imagined, at least not a normie, right, would have ever imagined, you know, that it got to the price that it got. It was like, you know, and that's not it. We're gonna go through a tremendous transfer of wealth, and I'm glad I'm here for it, man. I'm telling you.
Same here. Same here. And it just will require like a tad bit of patience. I know
Yes,
people like they hear
lots of
these,
patience.
yeah,
Hmm.
they hear these stories like Mooney of you know, this person got into a meme coin and dollars and all of this stuff. And you know,
Hmm.
Ronan knows for sure that that's not really possible for most people. Like you gotta be on deck screener, you gotta be really watching to see it like immediately when it comes out. You can't like these meme coins are kind of like fugazi, but these these ones that are actually going to be utility now, they're the real deal. They're the real deal.
Yeah.
They're like the Amazons and the
Yes.
Microsofts and the Teslas, if you will,
Of the
because you
crypto
know,
world, yes.
right,
Hmm.
because you
Hmm.
know how many different people try to make electric vehicles like Lucid Motors and Fisker Motors and all of these different electric
Hmm.
vehicle companies that are just falling by the wayside now. But we got Ethereum, we got XRP, we got things like Hedera that we know have really big backing behind them, which I can show you guys that even today again. Um, these things are going to be the next big thing, and they're already growing. Like Mooney
Hmm.
said, since our last show, Hedera's gone from 4 cents to 24 cents, but it's
Wow.
completely not done. It's not gone. It's not done.
It's right. That's right. We haven't even we haven't even scratched the surface as far as much how these cryptos are going to just freaking pump.
So let me bring up my charts. So I want you guys to see since we last got on where Hedera's gone, and then I want to show you guys who are behind Hedera. So let me share my screen again.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so can you guys see that?
Yes.
So the election was what? Like
November
October?
5th.
Okay,
The
November?
election?
Yeah.
November, yep, last year. Mhm.
So November of last year, this was like 6 or 7 cents. We
Hmm.
came on before that, right?
Mm-hmm. That's
So
right.
so we could have had this at 6 cents, went all the way up to 40 cents, and now it's at
Wow.
24 cents. This is Hedera
Mm-mm-mm.
H bar. And here I just want to show you guys um, its website. And you can see here, if we go down here, it says an open source public network governed by the world's by the leading organizations around the world. Now, I'm going to also show you that it's owned and governed by them. But right now, I just want to show you the organizations, and I'll show you later that it's owned and governed by them. So we got Dell. Like a lot of these are Fortune 500 companies, by the way, guys, on the stock market. Dell, T-Mobile, IBM, LG, Boeing also used to be in this list, but their time has come and gone on the council. But Boeing used to be on this list as well. IBM, Google, Hitachi, and then some foreign companies which people might not know. But Wipro, they're really big in consulting for engineers. At one point, I was doing a contract where Wipro was representing me. Swirls, they're the people that make Hedera. And then these are a couple foreign banks. Shinhan Bank, Standard Bank, and Nomura. I think they're a Japanese or foreign bank or company. So now we're going to go to the World Economic Forum. Okay. If you guys are not familiar with them, they kind of basically run things. Klaus Schwab used to be the head of the World Economic Forum.
That's right.
He's since resigned, and Larry Fink is now the interim head. Larry Fink is CEO of BlackRock. So just to show you guys that, like, you can't even make this stuff up. So now from their World Economic Forum site, it used to be on their website of Hedera, but they changed it. Now it is just here, which it says the platform is owned and governed by a council of the world's most leading organizations.
That's crazy.
Which Boeing used to be in there. So Boeing, T-Mobile, Google, IBM, LG, all of this. So you better believe they're going to make this thing into something because they own and govern it. Okay. Yeah.
Amazing. That's wild, guys. So, my goodness. So much. I put in the chat, like the cryptos so far that we mentioned. Did I miss one, Rue? I know we mentioned XRP, XPR, XDC, HBAR,
In the
FHX.
X Metallicus ecosystem, there's loan and there's also metal, which you can buy on the Metal Pay app.
Okay. Awesome. That is. Listen, guys, there's so much that we could only like fit like within the space that we're on live. But let me tell you, all of this information is it's gold. It's literally gold, and this week, as far as, because we're huge on financial astrology. Okay. And this week we're actually in between eclipses, because we know that eclipses does affect the energy, does affect the market, right? And it's why I invited as Ronan as well as Mr. Mystic, because they love and they're so good with the financial astrology part of the market, how it reacts and things like that. This week we're supposed to see like a steady progress, when it comes to money. But we're still in a space, because where Sun is in Virgo, it's still a space that we have to be very logical with our investments, very careful with any overspending, really thinking well about the way we move our money, the way we invest it, what do we invest it in, the partners that we take on. But it's favorable. We just got to make sure we're being smart with our money. You know what I'm saying? So that's the energy we're in for this week.
And then one other thing I want to mention to you guys, which I'm trying not to be too much overloading of the cryptos, but I just want to drop Ondo Finance to you. Ondo, the ticker is ONDO. And I want to show you guys a little information about them as well. And they're a company that is trying to tokenize. So everything that we've been talking about with tokenization, this company is basically going to kind of lead that. They're BlackRock backed as well. And I just want to show you something from their website or from their X. And then I want to go show you something on their website. Let me see here. I don't know why it's so far down their list here. Let's do that. Okay, there we go. So Wall Street 2.0 is here. Ondo Global Markets is live, providing one of the largest ever selections of tokenized U.S. stocks and ETFs on-chain with the liquidity of traditional finance, starting on Ethereum. 100 plus assets are now live with hundreds more on the way. So they're doing this, but they're not doing it. You can't do it in the US. Okay. Until all the laws are figured out. But they already have this now. And then they say here they're talking about something that Paul Atkins says. It said another defining week for digital asset adoption. SEC Chairman Paul Atkins declared crypto's time has now come. BlackRock has announced plans to tokenize ETFs, and NASDAQ has filed to enable tokenized. That was just what we were talking about earlier with the article I read from Reuters. Now, NASDAQ has filed to enable tokenized securities trading. So if any of you guys are not familiar with BlackRock, BlackRock has they have tons and tons of assets under management, like more than some countries. They definitely deserve a look up if you're not familiar with them. Their CEO's name is Larry Fink, and he's now the head of the World Economic Forum. All of those things deserve a looking up there. And if we go to Ondo's website, you're going to see a lot of the players I just kind of named to you, and one other cryptocurrency too that I want to leave you guys with, because this one is very practical. Zebek, ZBCN, they're trying to revolutionize payroll. So they want to do payroll so that payroll is streaming. So the minute you work, you get paid, right? And being where I'm from in Detroit,
Streaming payments. Mm-hmm.
streaming payments, right? A lot of people's problem with certain things is working is not fast money, if you know what I mean. You know what I mean? It's not the fast money. Like, I go do this, I get paid now. And enter Zebek. Zebek can make it so that you work and you get paid immediately. And apparently this is a problem for some people in the construction industry, where they want they hire somebody, they want to pay them immediately. But now they have to wait 2 months or I'm sorry, a week or 2 weeks, or sometimes as long as a month to get paid. Now, if you have something like Zebek, they will be able to pay you streaming payment immediately. And along with Zebek, what they want to do is they want to go do this thing where they can offer you, even though you're getting paid immediately, so now you don't have to do things like payday loans. They want to also be able, through the cryptocurrency, to offer you a payday loan on top of paying you immediately. So now
wow, that is so innovative. I don't even know if people understand. People that get paid every 2 weeks or once a month or every 3 weeks will definitely understand. That is revolutionary.
now
Revolutionary.
if you come over to Ondo's site, it's ondo.finance, and you go to ecosystem. You can also come over to my channel on YouTube. It's at Black Roo on YouTube.
Yes.
And I have tons of videos on Zebek. Now, but if you go to the Ondo site and then you scroll all the way down, you see Ondo is part, or Zebek is part of the Ondo ecosystem. And you can click on, oh, I'm sorry, I wasn't, am I sharing the right tab? Yeah, I am. So if you
Yeah.
clicked on their site, if you clicked on that one, you would head to Zebek's site, which we won't cover this too much, only for you guys to know that it's streaming payments, and they're connected to people like Coinbase, BlackRock, etc. And let's go back to Ondo Finance's system, because what you're going to see is all the players we've been talking about connected to Ondo. So Zebek right here, XRP, which we were talking about earlier, and Mooney has in her the list that we made. I'm laughing because my daughter's name is Moonlight, so I always tell Mooney I got two Moonies in my life.
Oh, that's great. Yeah.
I got one daughter and I
Love
got
it.
Moonfeather, so I got two Moonies.
Love it. Love it.
So it's like,
Shout out to the kids. Shout out to the kids.
right. So XRP ledger here. And XRP is run by the company Ripple. They're right here. We didn't talk about Stellar, but they're on this list too. That's XLM. They're right here.
Yeah, Stellar's a big one. They're XLM.
And then if we scroll up here, we were talking about BlackRock. They're right here.
Wow, that's wild.
Coinbase, they're right here. Who else are we talking about? Well, I talk a lot about LCX, but we didn't talk about them today, and we probably won't talk about them today, but be something for people to look out
They're a good
for.
one too. Yep.
They're over
And
here.
their crypto is still so freaking affordable. So
Mhm.
affordable.
And again, how they talk about banks are not involved. Well, look, here's MasterCard right here.
Yep.
One of the
Mhm.
biggest players out there. They're here.
Mhm. You got Gemini that put out a MasterCard that people are making people earn on crypto as they spend, which is wild.
There you go, Mooney, Gemini. There's one right there. And I wonder if they're on this list. Okay, they're not on this list, but they're an exchange. They're a
Yeah.
cryptocurrency exchange. You can see JP Morgan, Connexus by JP Morgan. They're on this list. All of these people are connected into Ondo, the crypto I just told you guys about.
Why?
Who else is OKX? They're a cryptocurrency exchange. PayPal, which PayPal, you know, PayPal does the which one do they do? Cashapp, or is it one of those? Is
PayPal?
Yeah, don't they do? Oh, PayPal does PayPal. I'm sorry.
PayPal
PayPal does PayPal.
Yeah, right. I was gonna say, wait a minute, PayPal just does the PayPal. Okay, that's right, guys. It's a lot. It's a miracle that that we can just remember so much, because trust me, it's a lot of it's so much information, But that's what we got to do when we do our homework. And if we're true investors in this, you just got to do your homework on it.
Right.
But yeah,
and Elon Musk helped start PayPal.
That's right.
That's interesting when you think about all of that stuff. Elon started PayPal, and PayPal was the original before Cash App and all of these other ones. PayPal was the original really easy way to send money. So
that's right. Exactly.
PayPal.
Exactly.
Let's see if there's anyone else here I'm missing that people would really know off the back. And okay, Google Cloud's going to be one of their service providers.
Wow.
Franklin Templeton, they're a really big kind of hedge fund type company. Yep.
Exactly.
So yeah, there's Franklin Templeton, global leader in asset management with more than 7 decades of experience. First Citizens, It's another one, and I think that Zebek is ones that teamed up with First Citizens. It's interesting to see
Mm,
them here. Um, Chainlink, we mentioned those guys today as well, and how they're linked up with
yes,
Swift.
that's
So
right.
Link, that was
Mhm.
another one we missed. Um, XLR, we didn't talk about them, but they're another kind of crypto to think about. And that's it.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Rue. That information, Rue is always so thorough. And let me say something, and very, very easy to understand. You know, he follows, it's so easy to follow along with Rue's information, his deep dives, and just as Ronan had said in the text, he has thousands of hours of just so much research and videos and everything. And guys, you can find him in my link, and he's in my recommended channels on my YouTube page. So you guys could absolutely, follow him. And yeah, he's got Patreon. If you want to get a decent wallet, use his link. It's on his YouTube page, on his website. And Ruth, thank you so much. Guys, it's so far it's been amazing. And now we're going into hour two, that I'm going to introduce this amazing individual who I've known for 2 years already. This is the second time he's on our show. Crypto Ronin, listen, we were on the show last night. It was amazing. I've dubbed him the DeFi God, because he's really about privacy, and he had the show with a wonderful guest a few shows back. I'm going to show it, but let me introduce to you Mystic Ronan. What is going on, Ronan? Thank you so much for coming through. I know we had a very wild show, wild show last night, and I'm glad that you made it here today. What is going on?
Yeah, gratitude, so much love. Let's go. Appreciate you, Mooney, and appreciate you, Ruel. I think I've known Ruel longer than I've known you.
Yes, you have.
You guys, okay, so let me put on my, all right, let me be professional. I don't have my shirt tucked in because we're talking crypto, and I stopped sharing crypto a while ago. You know what I mean? And there's a reason for it, because you either heard the message or you didn't. This is, and Rue alluded to this earlier, this is the 90s. This is the .com thing, when the internet was coming around. You're buying Amazon when it was a bookstore. And then what's Amazon now? So that's what we're doing now, folks. We're using this, our information to better our experience here on this realm, and for everything else. We see what's going on, and we work hard. And I have everything in crypto. DeFi is the way. Decentralized finance is the way. And if you guys don't know Ruel, like, I would recommend, Ruel gives so much free information, and now he's collabing with other crypto folks that have large, if that means anything to you, large people. But I like following the underground. So where you get the real information, where you get Swift coin at a fraction of a penny. And look at it now. It went to like 8 cents. And I was like, yo, Ruel. And Ruel put me onto that. I had I put $1,000 into Swift coin, and all of a sudden it was 10 grand one day. Then it was like 18 grand one day. I was like, yo. And that wasn't even one of my conviction plays. Ruel connects a lot of the dots on these projects. The Peter Thiels and the World Economic Forums, you name it, the Congress people, etc. So it's not some fly-by-night situation, folks. And there is a window of opportunity here. Next year, okay, there are bills being laid out now to where you cannot just simply go and buy a crypto and then be your own custodian of your own investments. They are passing bills now to make it like the stock market, where you need to be a licensed broker thing to buy. So you'll have to go through a middleman. So when I say this is very timely, I genuinely mean that. It's not just me being goofy. And if you don't see it, you don't see it. So I don't talk to non-crypto people anymore about non-crypto. So anyway, so much love. Zbex's a banger. DIA is a banger. It's Chainlink. It's the next Chainlink. Chainlink, last time I looked, I don't know, 8 billion market cap. I don't know off the top of my head. Dia's like way, way, way under a bill, and it's going to go massive. Last year I bought Proton XPR. That did a 10x. Again, I'm still $1,000 in it, whatever. And then I roll these things over. It's low cap. This is low cap information over here. I don't like XRP only because it's already like 100 billion. You know, I'm looking for cats that are 100 million to be the next 100 billion. So these quality use case projects with the lizard connections, let's go. Now I hedge with privacy because with all the dystopian stuff, people are gonna want that. And the best tech and the best use case is privacy. And I'm only speaking for myself. I don't like to pay extortion to the mafia, whoever that mafia may be. So atomic swaps are coming. So know the tech if you want to. Atomic swaps are here. Speaking of lizards, Komodo swap is atomic swap. What are atomic swap? What are atomic swaps? That was built in to help save Bitcoin when it was created. That is, it's not a mixer like Tornado Cash. It is literally an atomic swap. It's something different where you send the crypto in, it comes out and it disappears. And if y'all don't know blockchain analysis, you just know that they know blockchain analysis, and it is a BI. It is a BI. So no, that's a thing too. So we're gonna make our money. Cool. Zbex, Swiftcoin, Dia, you name it, all those great bangers. But you know, when people come to you and say, "Give me 40%," I'm like, "Who? You talking to me?" But anyway, guys, keep going. And so I would hedge with privacy, which is the use case, in my opinion. So depending on what your philosophy, what your goals are in this experience here. One, Mooney, and I will never let anyone shame me in some way of being prosperous. And you mentioned earlier, like I've been working. I've never stopped working to make things happen. This is such an opportunity. I bought BNB, Binance Coin, in 2020 for $20. It went to $600 that cycle. Now, currently, I think it's sitting up.
Did my audio go out?
No, I think we lost Ronan.
Oh,
For a second.
Ronan, we lost your audio.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, now we can hear you. It happened to me last night. Now it's happening to you.
Yeah. So as an example, in 2020, I bought BNB, Binance Coin, for $20 on a whim. It went to $600 like 6 months later. Now BNB's at $900. So if you're going to try and shame me that a $20 investment just in 5 years is now $900, lose my number, because I know what I'm here for. And this is not to be preachy. If you're not in, you're not going to be in. You're going to lose out. You're going to be grumbling later on your UBI. You can't buy tokenization. You can't even get into that game without going through a broker later on. So this is one of those odd opportunities that only happen in such rare times. Now, okay, cool story. You get it. Great. But now we have these low cap things, 20 million market cap, 50 million market cap, 100 million market cap, that will be like 10 billion in like a couple. Guys, do you even know what an alt season is?
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever lived through an alt season, buying something at $20 and seeing it go to $600? Do you know about buying XRP at half a penny, and now it's at like hovering around $3 ish?
Crazy.
Like, what are we even talking about, guys? We're such a rare breed, and if you don't think the luminaries are involved, we have a Fed meeting this Wednesday. Everyone's predicting a 1/4 to 0.5% rate cut. Could be that, could be more. That means more free money of this funny money being loosened up to
Mm-hmm.
go. Where's it gonna go? It's gonna go to crypto, folks. And then on Saturday, a solar eclipse, lunar energy starts to fade. Solar eclipse comes in. Look at the past to know what's happening now. It's a cycle. It's not that hard to see. Now, a lot of people will see like, I love DIA, DIA. A lot of, I can't, if that makes $1, that's going to be so, $2. It's like, expand your view. That sucker's going $40, yo. Swift coin's going plus 30 cents. I mean, I'll be scaling out as I go. I'm not going to wait I don't know the top. I'm going to be scaling out. And then I'm going to have my second comma. And where's it going to be? It's going to be in DeFi.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to be hidden. I do things. I don't deal with, I don't like sexes, Rue. I'm not a big sex guy. CEXs.
I was like, what?
It's like, wait. I'm a fan.
Yeah, buddy.
Sex is a problem. You're CEXs. And the other one is Texas. Size matters. So DEX and anonymity on the way. So anyway, that was my spiel, Moonfeather. Did I ramble enough stuff off?
It was great. No, listen, it was great, guys. I would Ronan beat me to it. I was gonna say this week we're waiting for for the 17th. That's the 17th, right? Yeah, where they're going to the FOMC is going to give their report, blah blah blah. Jerome Powell's gonna make the speech. They're expecting, a huge cut, like a huge basis points. And then I think there's going to be like maybe 3 more that they're talking about 3 more, but this week, absolutely. And it's on the, and I was like, oh my goodness, it's on the 17th. 1 + 7 is 8. 8 is the number of many, guys. You know how we do around here with the numerology too, so they know what we're doing. We always say during this show, millionaires don't use astrology, billionaires do, and everything is starting to line up. So we're in Virgo season. Virgo is very grounded, very logical. They're all about the pentacles. They're all about the money. You know what I'm saying? But it's time to still stay firm, because there's going to be a lot of emotion also. Like people are just gonna, they're gonna see the market going up. They're gonna go crazy, this, that, whatever. But we need to be very, very strategic still during this time, But we are firm believers that once this solar eclipse takes place, which is next Saturday, the 22nd, amazing things are gonna happen with the market. And
October,
go ahead.
October, November, December, maybe even January. And I would highly and listen, I'm just talking to the ones that know what's going on. Take profits aggressively, because then it's going to drop in February, March, come full there's lunar eclipses coming in. It comes up, it goes. But the the sheeple will be buying at the top. They will be our exit liquidity, and I will have no remorse. It's a 0-sum game, folks. Investing one man sport. It's one person. It's not a team sport. You got to take action. You have to check your emotions. And people, dude, Rue, Moonfeather, in November, they're like, y'all got lucky. Rue, they're going to say, Rue, you ain't work for this money. But, we work for this money. We didn't spend thousands of, anyone that's been in crypto through a bear market and that's still here.
Mm.
And you're going to tell us we didn't earn it? You have no idea what you're talking about. Lose my number. By the way, I'm going to have a bear. You're not even going to be able to come visit me because my gated compound.
There you go.
You're
There
gonna-
you go, bro.
You know what I mean? Yeah. This is real, guys. This is not pretend talk. We've done the research. We have conviction plays. We know what the various governments are up to, right? We know where they're headed. Web3, literally the internet, right, is going to be monetized. As tokenization is going to be happening with assets. The stock market is going to be tokenized. This is around the world. They're all go to the places like the World Economic Forum and Davos and all those places and discuss this openly. And then if you're not hip on this and you try and call me later, I'm going to be like, you're going to pretend, dude, how many sleepless nights did I have? The reward is work.
We're losing you again, Ronan. Okay.
Bro, you guys have no idea the heartache I've had. I've had alarms set for price actions. I've been and I've had heart palpitations dealing with this at late at night. No, we're here. The promised land is not far away. Like literally. Call me in October. Call me in November.
Right. That's right. And yeah,
it's alt season. You haven't even seen an alt season yet. You haven't even experienced an alt season yet. 50x multipliers, 100x multipliers. You don't think there's not a reason? There's not a reason why I have every penny of fiat put into this right now. When I get that second comma, and then I'm just going to play the swings in 2026, 2027, and so on, and then repeat the cycle in 4 years. We'll see how that goes. But this 4-year cycle might not work after this, but for now it's still working, and we're still in that window of time in reference to alt seasons and technical analysis. We got another month or two before that window closes. Yeah, you guys think you know the future? I just know the past, and I know what the future. Based on that, I can tell the future. It doesn't take. Get your ego. My ego. That's why I don't talk. I don't even like talking in crypto groups, man, because sometimes people have such low vision and low expectation. It's like, do you guys have any idea what's about to happen? Anyway, let me get off my soapbox. That's my rah-rah. It's my rah-rah. But Zbeck, Dia, SD, R, Pirate Chain, Swift Coin, a couple others are low cap bangers that are approved by the quote unquote authorities. So I stack my pennies next to the lizard's dollars. So let's go.
Absolutely. That is. Go ahead, bro.
Oh, I missed these Ronin rants.
I'm telling you. And Ronan, just to let you know, there's when I'm able to make one of Rue's shows and he sees that I'm there, like he goes down the line, goes to the recommended channels, shouts you out, shouts me out. I'm telling you, Rue is absolutely gold. And Ronan, and this is why and I'm going to show a clip at right before we leave of the show that we did with Captain Lutz. We had what's Captain Lutz's role again with Pirate Chain, please, Ronan?
So Captain Lutz is an early Bitcoiner person. He's before all of us. So when you listen to a crypto person, if they don't have a decade in, 3 cycles plus in, a lot of us are. I came in 2020 and I feel new. looking at these legends buying Bitcoin at $10 in 2009, 10, 11. Lutz is one of those people. So Lutz is working with Komodo Chain. He's a network, he's very knowledgeable in the tech. So when it comes to the tech, there's a reason why I like Dia for a reason. It's better than Chainlink. Some of these OG coins are a little bit old tech. You have omni chains coming in, not just multi chains. Omni chains, that whole, all these buzzwords of compatibility, etc. So Lutz is such a legend. Now he's an idealist, right? He's not into these surveillance coins. So really, Pirate Chain is the best tech with when it comes to privacy. It's untrackable. You can't tell who sent it, who received it, nor how much. It doesn't leave any tail, etc. It has, right, last time I checked, over 14 million Anon sets, and these are devs that are programmed this, that are way smarter than any blockchain full stack dev out there working on any of these other cryptos. So he's a legend, and he's someone that should be listened to. Now, I'm all for making money on things like ZBEC, etc., but it will be hidden, and it will be sent to other avenues. All my stuff is in DeFi. I hold all my crypto keys.
Right.
DeFi is decent. They want to fit TradFi into DeFi. I recommend Underground Legends learn DeFi. Bridging is a pain in the butt, but omni chains are coming in where you can move in. These different chains are totally separate networks. They run along. They're not. You can't even hop chains. You need bridges right now. So bridges are, you're on a highway, right? You can't connect two roads without a bridge. This is the same concept, but bridges are slow. There's different tech coming out, and there are people. This is a tech thing. So you're investing in tech, actually. And Web3. We're in Web2. It's going to Web3. The internet's going to Web3. Digital IDs, all of that is coming into play. Yeah, so if you don't think that's going to be a thing, all governments involved, all Silicon Valleys across the realm are involved. This is the thing. It's strictly, it's like a $4 trillion market cap in the whole crypto space. That's nothing. It's gonna be 400 real soon.
Now, some of the stuff that Ronan's getting into, like I haven't talked about it yet, but I talked about it, but I didn't talk about it because of some of the tech. Like when you talk about stuff like digital identity, a lot of that stuff is embedded into the lending, because when you do lending, they want to know who you are. They want to know your social. They want to know. So with things like Zebek and with things like Metallicus, the digital identity is embedded into their wallets. So that web auth wallet, it'll have a digital identity embedded into it. So if you want to do lending on their platform, they already know who you are. And, if you got a Google account, Google knows who you are, and you sign up with your Google account on your web auth wallet, then now they know who you are.
Guys, and let me, I'm sorry, Moonfeather, I got to add, and Rue, things like, you have Amazon Cloud, AWS, and that's where a lot of these, they're moving to Web3. So like AKT, Akash, they literally have a contract with DOD, the Department of Defense, which is something I brought up years ago. It was 20 cents.
Now it's Department of War. I'm just saying, go ahead.
Well, sure.
That's right.
My point is, these large entities are involved in these cryptos, and we can invest in those. So when it comes to file storage, DIDs, these big data centers building everywhere. It's all it's all related. They're not separate. They're all related.
Mm-hmm.
DPIN was a big catchphrase a year or two ago. So decentralized instead of the cloud like AWS. AWS is going to cost you a couple $100 a month. Akash is going to cost you a couple dollars a month for the same service.
Yeah, see, Rona's getting into some of the deep tech about it, and you guys might not notice, but I'm a coder, so I know a little bit about the tech. So everything he's saying is true, and to kind of like distill it down a little bit, we hear a lot of talk about AI, right? And all AI really is this big database that can learn, kind of basically. You can picture it that way. So when Ron is talking about things like Akash, they're trying to figure out a way to make kind of it easier to store data, cheaper. So easier and cheaper way to store data. In the same way that Amazon Cloud does it, in the same way that Google Cloud does it. And remember, when we were on Undo's website and we were looking at their ecosystem, Google Cloud was in that list. They're just another competitor of Amazon web services. So as things get kind of hot and heavy with AI and more AI is out there, they're going to need more cloud service and more kind of data centers to store all the data that AI is holding. So
It's gonna be wild, yeah.
yeah,
Which
so
is why they're
things,
making that big place, what they call it, in Texas. What's it called? I forgot. It's a space something. The government is making this big place in and even Donald Trump said it in one of his speeches. Remember space something. Remember the name, and they're building it, and it's to essentially, it's gonna do a lot of things with, technology, satellites, this and that, whatever. But I think that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna store a lot of the information, the data there, like
okay,
that
if
AI.
you think of the name, let me know. I'd love to
Damn,
know
man,
his
yeah,
name.
I'll get it. Trust me, it's just so much that we have to remember. But yeah, I'll get the name and I'll send it to you for sure, for sure.
So
So,
there are these crypto
okay.
companies like Octaspace, Render, Akash is one that Rona was talking about, Theta, all these companies that are coming up trying to do what Amazon Cloud Services is doing, but cheaper, utilizing our computers as like
Yeah.
extra storage.
Edge, no,
Um,
like Theta. So imagine, guys, YouTube, right? We're on YouTube. YouTube has a bunch of servers in a data center, right? So all
Right.
these videos are stored literally on specific servers, not fragmented like whole things. So when you have Theta's the next YouTube. It's fragmented in the way where when you compile vids, it's kind of like a BitTorrent situation, to use a very like rudimentary example. BitTorrent, you download a vid, it's like comes from fragments of people's computers. So Theta is going to have these videos like than it is to have massive servers. They'll still have servers, but it's like less required. So they're trying to tie all that in, and that's kind of where the internet's going. When I say Web3, micropayments, Zbec is a payroll thing, and so is like SHX. So when you get your paycheck, it'll actually come in more like as you're working. This is kind of weird, guys. As you're working at your job, your 8-hour job, you'll be getting micropayments coming in.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
imagine how that's going to boost revenue and economy and consumption. Like people, can you imagine a nurse going and working like a 16-hour shift, and like as she's working at lunchtime, she can just go buy whatever she wants.
It's ticking up too. It's just ticking.
It's crazy.
It gets pretty dystopian, folks. And then when you're in like okay, so here's some more buzzwords. The unbanked is another big buzzword. This is where you get your tinfoil hat in, where they influx places with people from other countries. They don't have but they're unbanked. They get them banked. They get them on Fed Now coin, or whatever. They get them on UBI, but it's with a stable coin, which is a prettier package than CBDCs. CBDCs didn't have very good branding, but you have programmable money.
That's
So
right.
you have your travel documents, your health documents, your bank account, everything is in the thing. You have social credit score. It gets a little dystopian, folks. My personal goal is to rug this whole thing as much as I can and hang out in my awesome compound with a nice view of everyone else getting wrecked. Most will get wrecked. Even people in the crypto space. Rue's a professional. He knows this. He's trying to be professional. He don't let him fool you. He knows this stuff too. He's aware of this too. But I'm going to make this money, rug it, and sit in the Ronin compound, among sunflowers and puppies and kiddos and just enjoy my life. You know what I mean? Sure. But this is, and guys, this isn't 20 years from now. This is like next year. Like 2026 is going to rock everyone's world. You think 2025 was interesting. This is all to align with 2027, 7. It's going to get wild. You want to anyway, this is a real thing. So we're investing in companies that are putting down the backbone of this infrastructure.
Right.
Again, it's a $4 trillion market cap. That's going to be I don't even know what's past trillion. It's going to be whatever the number is past trillion. And we're going to be sitting here like
quadrillion.
We try to tell y'all, we try to help y'all, but also I'm going to be operating in privacy along the way too, because I just can't. I have a particular chromosome that says privacy. It's just like I got a privacy chromosome, and it's like y'all don't need to know what I'm up to. Trustless. So there's a big thing. Here's another buzzword: trustless. Right. So trust. Right. When you trade, you sell, you buy, you sell a thing. It's trust. I give you this, you give me that. Now, another tech part is trustless. I don't have to rely on trust. I send you it. When the order is filled, then I receive it. If the order is not filled, everyone gets whatever no law, no harm. So there's all this techie stuff, guys, and you don't have to be techie. Ruel's probably techie. I'm a little techie because I like to look what's under the hood. But just on the surface, these are things, and you can profit from this stuff. So the crypto mentioned, I see the problem with me with things like Arrow, Dome, and a big popular one in the news for retail is Hyperlink and all that. I'm not investing in top 10 cryptos, guys. I'm investing in, dude, Rue, all my portfolio is like 800 and below on the list because I'm going for home run bangers only.
We got a big risk. Yeah, we got a risk. You
got to take risk. I'm out here taking chances, but I mean, Rue probably has a little more mixed bag of conservative portfolio, but me, I'm going for bangers only.
Yeah, my portfolio is more conservative because it's like, okay, I look at the ones where I see like, okay, well, like a guy I did a lot of research on is Tim Draper. Like people don't talk about him as much. You might not know him, but to me, he's like
Shout out Draper Dragons portfolio.
Right? Like to me, he's like the Warren Buffett of crypto. Like, and nobody knows about him. Like he did initial investments in Robinhood, Tesla, Hotmail, Twitter. I'm probably missing a lot. Ancestry.com. Like, there's so many things that this guy has had initial investments in. It's like, okay, why don't the most people know about him? Like, it's insane that people don't. But like, when you look at that and you know that, Okay, and then he has, like he owns like a piece of Coinbase, he owns a piece of Gemini, and you look at all the biggest cryptocurrencies exchanges, he has a little piece of it. Um, it's like, okay, why haven't I heard of him? So in the whole like follow the money type of deal, like I try to invest in things that like he's in. I try to invest in things that BlackRock's in. Of course, that's not completely 100% foolproof because they were in FTX, right? But for the most part, it's 100% foolproof, right?
Right.
Um, so yeah, that's what I just try to do that.
And listen, even the fact that, we just saw the vision when it comes to crypto. We take the risk, we've taken the risk, we've bared the risk for several years already. It's more than what 95% of the world's population, whatever that may be, okay, is doing. Only 5% are invested. Those are the estimates. Only 5% of the population are invested in crypto. So you're telling me, uh, thank you, Edward. Edward put 5.5 quadrillion.
Oh yeah,
It's
easy.
And
I
to be
guess that.
honest, Mooney, and Ronan will know this. Like that's 5%. I think they're counting that based off the amount of people in the world and the number of wallets there are. When you
yes,
think about how many people have multiple wallets, it's way less than that. And
less
if you're a
exactly.
DeFi guy like Ronan, where I'm sure Ronan has like 100 wallets himself,
Yeah.
just by
Yes.
just by itself.
That
Now,
is
if you
so right. I didn't even think about that. I didn't even think about that. And then you're telling me
Are you kidding?
5.5 quadrillion to be pumped into this space, and only 5% are going to benefit for it. Do you understand the ridiculous amount of money that we're gonna make?
Yep.
Listen, y'all, this is where we're like Ronan has been at the edge of the city. How he says we've been at the top of the mountain. We have been at Ronan to Ruel as well. We have been just honestly, we're passionate about this. We believe in this. We know this is gonna be just that ticket, that golden ticket. We will always promise the golden ticket from what's the name of that movie? Willy
Willie.
Wonka. For Willy Wonka, this is our fucking golden ticket, bro. You know what I'm saying? And it's amazing. We're living in a very powerful time right now. You
So
know?
I want to share, like, there's a couple things here. One is if you guys go, so this is where you get the real stuff. When you go to like Ruel's channel, this is not million subscriber stuff.
Right.
This is, you get real and Ruel had way less numbers before, and now I love the one guy you're collabing with, the one dude, he's kind of a husky guy.
Maximus.
Yeah.
Is that his?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love
Mhm.
how you're working with him. Ruel's very well respected, and this is underground stuff, guys. Like,
Mhm.
you don't those you don't want to go search crypto on YouTube and then watch somebody that has hundreds and millions of things.
Right.
They're there only to they're there to misguide you, unfortunately. And here's a little underground game. None of these influencers are gonna share a crypto and say sell it or buy it unless they already sold it or bought it. That's a little.
Oh,
These cats are cutthroat out here, dude.
1,000%.
And
1,000%.
and then I shut my Telegram down last year. The main reason was to focus on this year and focus on myself and focus on getting these flipping gains this year, this cycle. It is a cycle, guys.
Mhm.
So I've been focusing on just myself. Moonfeather gets some little knowledge out of me, but Mainly, I'm focused on myself. And there's a reason. I tried to wave the flag and I put that down, and now I'm trying to crush Ruel is really like I don't know what motivates him, but he actually does all this stuff for free.
The money. Ruel is like us. We're allergic to poverty.
Ron is saying like you giving away too much free stuff. That's what he.
Yeah, in other words, right?
Rue doesn't need. I don't think Rue doesn't need this. He could just sit back and just own, like, but he shares with people. So this is where you want that real intel. Those low cap bangers, guys. I had Swiftcoin at $1,000, and it went to like basically 20 grand last year in a bear market. You know what I'm saying? It was a low. It wasn't even on my radar, and I threw $1,000 on it. I'm like, yo, Swiftcoin just turned into one of my main portfolio holdings based on Ruel's suggestion.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you notice his research. So if you watch his YouTube channel, it is a couple hours, but you notice he's connecting Tim Draper with, you know, these dudes and these. He's connecting, he's seeing what they're up to and going, okay, this is going to benefit everybody. It does take a little, I don't know what people waste. You can waste your time on TikTok or watch a couple hours of Ruel and go, okay, I can make a conviction investment.
Yes.
On ZBEC, Swiftcoin, you know, whatever the case may be. There's several others.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things I'm trying to do too for people that don't have a couple hours is put out more short form content. So definitely check out my videos and my shorts. So I do have that too. For the people that only have like 20 minutes or, you know, a minute.
Mm-hmm. Yes, the shorts do really well. Go ahead, Ronnie.
Homies that are really good at technical analysis. I know Rue does know TA. He focuses more on the FA, the fundamental, but he does know TA.
Yes.
Look for the homie Mr. Mystic, who's not here, but he's a real one. He has these indicators that he paid $1,500 for, a couple $1,000 for an indicator, right, on a chart. And these show buy signals, sell signals, RSI, oversold, undersold, various Wyckoff patterns, pennants, bull traps, bear trap, etc. And the TA and the Fibonacci, I follow the fibs only. The Fibonacci, the fibs, pulling a fib. You guys can do this yourselves and look at the best entry and then go, all right, what are my numbers? I'm selling at these numbers. And while everyone else is watching the 1 million+ subscriber crypto people on what to do, we're looking at we're already rugging the project because I have my numbers already written down. I'm scaling out of all these cryptos, and I don't care what anyone else does. You guys got to get super aggressive. You have to expand your expectations, but also be really selfish. You know what I mean? When it comes time to execute. And I've been through this before. I've watched my cryptos go up. I've watched them lose 90% in a couple days. You know? So I paid my lessons, and I can tell you, I don't need a t-shirt. I don't need any merch. You know what I'm saying? I will be scaling out, and I will be crushing. This Christmas will be different. And I want that for everyone. So check out Rue's channel, guys. He does deep dives in the various cryptos. He collabs with other cats. You put your pennies next to that. I don't know what you do with your paychecks, but your time is real slim, actually. Like you got a couple days. You got this week. And many that will buy back more. They'll buy back later at more expensive. I've done it myself, guys. I've sold and bought back the same crypto at a higher price later. I've done it. You know what I mean? Old Doge. I bought Doge at half a penny and sold at 6 cents. I didn't know it was going to go to 60 cents. I didn't know I was going to get 100x Doge in 2021. I was happy with a 10x. That was Doge, guys. That was before Elon Musk. That's some goofy thing. So if you guys don't think 100Xs are coming on some of them, again, that's why I'm not into XRP, only because I think the market cap's too high. I'm a low cap dude with utility. It's got to have utility, low cap, not playing around this cycle. And then we all talk next year like, yo, it kind of sucks. Everyone's wrecked, but it's kind of awesome that I'm doing very well. We're all gonna get new grills. Like I'm gonna get a whole new grill. Everything. You know what I mean? Yeah. And this is the thing, folks. And then using the astrology, it guys, eclipse, all that fits. It's a thing. It's manipulated, guys. It's manipulated, and I'm okay with it as long as I can by the manipulation.
Yep.
So crypto is a thing. I highly recommend getting not only a million wallets, but if you're not already, get into every centralized exchange that you can. I don't even want to give some of my non-KYC. Okay, guys, I'm going to whisper this. lbank.com, Femex, P-H-E-M-E-X. Both of those exchanges have high liquidity, especially in DIA. That's for ESME. Non-KYC, get accounts for every single exchange you can. If one door closes due to maintenance when everything is at a blow-off top, you have other options. That's free game right there, but don't tell anyone about them. .com and Femex. You didn't hear this from me.
That's amazing.
Use a VPN. Use Melee VPN. Melee, M-I-E-L-E VPN. It's a decentralized VPN. It's built on Sentinel. Sentinel is built on Cosmos. And you can pay for it with Pirate Chain. So you can have a VPN paid for with an anonymous crypto, and you have no attachments coming back to you when you want to go online. It costs me about $3 a month worth of $3 a month on a decentralized.
That's amazing, guys. Just straight gems up tonight. I'm telling you. I hope everyone's writing this down. If not, you better watch this on the repeat. Yeah, I'm telling you. I feel sorry for those that are missing it.
Oh, that's on them. I don't even care. If you guys are looking for look on things like, if you're on the Cosmos, look in things like Osmos for passive income, but I'm not doing passive income till I buy the lows back next year, late next year. Osmosis Zone is on Cosmos. So all those cryptos for staking and earning, crazy. Okay, so passive income is its own world. I was a passive income expert. That's its own world. Searching for APRs, APYs is a whole world of its own. And you can't put everything in one place. You have to spread everything around in case something gets wrecked, you know, if you're in like a FTX Celsius situation. So, but
yeah,
that's just a little game right there. It is takes a lot of work to find best APR, APY, and then also being secure, you know, like protecting it at the same time, because you are giving your crypto to other people. So free game there, but don't sweat passive income right now, folks. APY, just wait till next year. Just hodl and then sell, and then worry about buying back in next year or 2027 to earn APY.
Amazing advice, guys. I hope y'all writing all of this down.
If you want to buy, if you want to then go, hey, I want to go into precious metals, then look into PAX G, and also look into Tether, which is now in the gold. I think it's like XBT or something like that. So if you want to go precious metals but stay in the crypto world, PAX G and XBT. But verify that XBT. I don't know if that's the right acronym, but you can invest in gold as backed 1-to-1 and audited if you trust that, and then go, okay, but I'm still in crypto. I can maneuver quick.
Mm.
That Ruel's been talking about. You can maneuver fast. You don't need to wait weeks, dude. I sent my dad 10 grand the other month, and it takes through the banking system. It's like, did you get it yet? Did you get it? It's like 3 days, 4 days later, and it's 10 grand. They got to make sure we're not on some terrorist watch list. It's like, dude, I'm just sending. It's my dad. I want to know everything about. No, but if my dad had a Pirate Chain wallet or some other type of wallet, it's instant. And
It would have been instant.
Anyway, that's my rant, Rue. I'm sorry. That's my rant.
So
I
apologize.
was saying it would have been quick, like 10 grand, like that, just done.
Yeah.
1 second. Ruel and I go to dinner. He pays for it, and I go, cool. I'll pay you half, $40. Okay. I send him $40 with the crypto as we walk out. No Venmo required. No middleman required. I'll send them $40 worth of ETH or whatever. You know what I mean? And that's how.
Exactly.
Peer to peer. Yeah.
That's the wave. I'm telling you, it's the wave. And this is why we do it, because we understand, we see, we foresee, we forecast, right? We forecast, how this is going to revolutionize, like, just our lives alone, just like Rhoda said, I don't care about anybody that's not paying attention, but to those that are, we speak to a specific group of people, and trust me, it's going to be an amazing time. It really is. And this is why we do what we do. And even though I do the show only just a little bit, I have amazing hitters on the show. People don't even know it. You know what I'm saying? We're about the underground. It's always about the underground, the underground, the underdog, that's all been all of us, but trust me, we up, and we're going to stay up, and this is why we do what we do. We make the sacrifices, it's blood, sweat, tears, sacrifices, so much goes into being this type of investor, this type of entrepreneur, which is the reason why a lot of people are going to get wrecked, because, in order to do what we do, listen, you got to have heart. You have to have heart. You have to have a strong mind, and have a lot of conviction, And that's me. I could never do anything in my life if I don't feel that conviction, because that's what drives me. That's my passion. That's what gives me the fire that I need to do what I do and make the sacrifices that I've made, And for me, this has been it. Been doing it for several years now, and it's gonna pay off, and it's gonna pay off for all of us for sure. But guys, go ahead.
I've never stopped, Moonfeather, trying to make things happen. Before crypto,
never, right?
Before crypto, I was into other. I'm always had my job, but I'm to make that. I'm like, what is the thing? This is like the thing, dudes.
Yeah.
Like, so freaking rare. I was too young in the 90s to invest in .com stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't, you know what I mean?
But we weren't brought up that way either. That wasn't our lifestyle. That wasn't given on to, which is what the point that I had made earlier. You know what I'm saying?
So in the 90s, Moonfeather, along that, you're right. My elders would be like, oh, just buy something that dividends, stock, General Electric or what, GE, or and all these things. I'm like, and then retire and get a 401k pension. I'm like, I knew that wasn't it wasn't going to be I already knew intrinsically it wasn't going to be a thing. That's not a thing anymore. This is that thing. This is the only thing in town
Mm-hmm. Big time.
right now. And that window is shutting down. You got
Yep.
very short amount of time. I work again. I have my budget. I put everything into this because I've done the homework. This is the thing. Yeah. So yeah, I don't even know, and I can't help anyone. I'm here, and unfortunately, I can't even rock with anyone that after this that's not crushing it. You're gonna see. Re-watch this video in 2 months in November, and then let me know what y'all think, because have gratitude, and you're gonna see, man. I don't know what else to say. I'm not even I don't even know. Naysayers, I've lost. They don't call me anymore. They lost my number. I changed my number. Naysayers, get out of here, dude. Jeets, I need a 1X. A 1X, get out. See you later.
Mm-hmm.
Moon, you're gonna see, dude. Now I know some people in crypto, they got like $500 in, $800 in. I'm like, dude, I got everything in, and I've had everything in for 5 years.
Yep.
And this is my time. This is my time. Grinding, I've already grounded. I've been grounded down to the nub. I ain't gonna be. I ain't going. I'm done grinding. I'm done. I've grinded 24/7. Even when I'm sleeping, I'm trying to think of ways to come up. This is come up, guys. This is that for real come up, dude. If this don't work, then Ruel, Moonfeather, and we're just gonna have to start our own boy band and dance around and try and get popular on the internet. We're gonna try, start our own K-pop band. I mean, I don't even know, but if this ain't it, we're gonna have to figure something else out. I'll never, Yeah.
Oh my goodness. No. Listen, we're not freaking, no way. No, that's insane. There is no plan B. I'm just telling you right now, there's no plan B, because this is it. This is it. You know what I'm saying? So guys, listen, I've been so honored to have the both of you here. Thank you so much, Rue. I know you're so busy. He does so much with his show and everything else, and I'm grateful for this time that we're able to come and share this space together.
His
Ronan,
Telegram.
you're not.
Moon, are you in his Telegram?
Yes.
Yeah, he's in there.
Oh, okay.
I mean, yeah, we talk, but it's like, we like miss each other, I leave him a message and like a month later, like we answer and then stuff like that. But yeah, we keep in touch for sure. We keep in touch. But what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna give just the energy of, as far as some alignments that are going to happen this week, if anybody wants to look out for it. And as far as what Ronan was talking about, listen, all you need to do, honestly, for those that have been watching Stock Stars and the Crypto Connection, this is our 3rd episode. Just look at the first episode and see how the economy has changed as far as crypto. Okay. Every time we come on, we have and it's since November. So it's going to be, a year already soon. It will be a year since we started this show. Right. And in less than a year, guys, look how the crypto world has changed. It's advancing. So just like we've been saying, it's not going to be 10 years from now. It's not even going to be 5 years from now. This is going to be this run, this final quarter, huge boom. And before you know it, listen, it's going to be in everybody's face. I mean, it's already in everybody's face, but what I'm saying is the gains, it's going to be wild, and we're seeing it. It's revolutionizing in lightning speed. Okay, so I'm going to just read off some of these, this energy for this coming week. Rue, if you could just close off with some, closing thoughts, and I'll finish it with you, Ronan. And then afterwards, I'm going to play a clip of Captain Lutz on Ronin Show. Guys, on my channel, please, the guys channels are in my recommended channels. Follow, subscribe, do all the things. You know what I'm saying? Because they're amazing. I love these two guys for sure. And shout out to Mr. Mystic. He did let me know. I was like, listen, I got some things coming up. I was like, listen, don't even worry about it. The guys got me. They got you. We love you. We're sending out a lot of positive energy towards him. And all right, so this week, the main energy for this week is steady progress when it comes to money. Okay. Jupiter is in Cancer. Jupiter does amazing in Cancer. It's what you call it's exalted. So the energy of expanding emotional security in your home, when it comes to your home, when it comes to your family, when it comes to any type of financial gains, it's going to be exalted. Okay. And so make sure you have your house in order. That's the message that Spirit giving is have your house in order. And I'm sure everybody's ever, heard that and what that means, right? Basically, so we could get this bag, this generational wealth. Okay. And then 15th, which is tomorrow, Venus is in sextile with Mars. Guys, Venus, Mars, it's beautiful when they are conjunct, when they are sextile, when they're trined with like another amazing planet. But it creates a wonderful, harmonious energy vibe for the collective, collaborating investments with other people, your business adventures. It brings a lot of ease, maybe in a tension like with a business partner, or if you're in a business with someone you're in a relationship with. So it's gonna like squash the energy, it's gonna squash and clear out the energy. And then tomorrow some people are gonna get some expected money. I'm just saying. All right, so we got that energy for tomorrow. Now the 19th and the 20th, because Venus squares Uranus. Square is a negative aspect, right? So there may be the 19th, the 20th might be a little bit some market volatility. Okay, so we're gonna watch because there might be some fluctuations. Okay, so there might be the energy of impulsive spending urges during that time. And remember, I told you we're in Sun, Virgo. We have to be very logical with our investments during this time. But there is that energy as far as some type of impulsive spending urges that could disrupt the stability. But remember, things are gonna get crazy, and it's gonna feel like that dip before because that's how the charts go, right? We gotta have a dip before we have a pump. Okay. So general advice is focus on budgeting, reduce any type of debt. There is going to be some type of tech glitches, which we've already been experiencing. We've been experiencing during the show. I experienced it yesterday, with my laptop, with my audio. So expect some type of tech glitches, and maybe some type of partner hiccups or something like that. So remember, during this time, our intuition also, because we're in between that eclipse energy, in between eclipse energy from the lunar eclipse to now the solar eclipse. So our intuition is going to be heightened during this time. Okay. So pay attention to your dreams, listen to the signs, look at, little things, little syncs and stuff like that. Pay attention because they're going to be really, really talking to you. Okay. So, it's during this time, heightened intuition around value as well. Value. So what is value? Value is what truly sustains your wealth. What is it that truly sustains your wealth? All right. And that is things that we need to highlight in our lives. Okay. So also this season, it's about, I've been saying it in my readings and on the Ronin experience, it's about release and realignment during this time. So then we could all call in what all of these beautiful opportunities and this expansion and this abundance and this wealth. But this is a cleansing period to make space for all of this new energy. So Guys, thank you so much for coming through. So much love to everyone in the chat who came through. I will be doing a reading. I think I was doing it tonight, but no, I'm gonna take it a little easy. The energy has been wild. I'll do a reading tomorrow for you guys for the collective. But so much blessings to you. And guys, thank you so much for your time. I love y'all so much. Rue, please, any closing thoughts? We'll end off with Ronan, and then we're gonna go to a clip of Captain Lutz.
Thank you guys so much for having me. It's always a fun time to come on with Mooney and Ronan. Yeah, look into some of the stuff that we talked about today, guys. Not financial advice, but I think you guys won't be disappointed for sure.
Absolutely. Guys, check out Ruel Black's YouTube channel. And if you can, join his Telegram. It is very, there's a lot of people in there doing a lot of awesome shares that could benefit you. I've benefited from it. So, Ruel, so much love, man. Shout out to Edward in the chat. I've known Edward for a long time now in the crypto space. So, it's great to connect with those that rock in the crypto space and in all the other energies going on. I want all the people to prosper. I want everyone to prosper. That's one of my main, it's always been one of my main intentions. You know what I'm saying? So much love and gratitude. Ruel is awesome. Moonfeather, you're amazing. And what are we doing over here? Let's enjoy this. Let's enjoy this experience, man. Why not? Get all the fun tickets you can get.
Yes.
The fun tickets. My pockets will be so overloaded with fun tickets. Let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah. Anyway, so much gratitude. Check out the Rona Experience. It's only the best YouTube channel ever that has ever existed. Why don't y'all just check it out and share with your friends and family and coworkers? Let's get weird. Love, gratitude, peace, harmony.
Thank you so much, guys. All right, listen, this Captain Lutz shared a very profound message towards the end of the Ronin Experience show. Guys, please check out that live. The gems that are on there is wild. So yeah, let's close off with Captain Lutz. Shout out to him. Shout out to the family. Spirit, I am extremely grateful. And shout out to the ancestors. They're always coming through so powerfully with love, protection, clarity, and so much love to the kids. I always ask the Most High to put a ring of protection around our children to keep them safe, whether we are near or far. And guys, have an amazing evening. We're going to leave you off with this this message with Captain Lutz.
Nice to meet you.
Absolutely.
Feather Moon.
Moonfeather, yes.
Lutz, you're the best. He's gonna try his brand new line on you, Moonfeather. It's too soon. You got to use it next week. That touch deprivation. Get your feet pics ready.
Try to touch me in the chat. Let me see if it works.
Dude, Lutz, you're the man. Let's get out of here. I appreciate you greatly, dude.
Can I say one more thing?
Yes, please.
I just want everybody to know before we go that crypto is a war. Right? This is not a playground. This is a war. There's a war being fought here, and you can't see it because maybe you just got into crypto. But the war is privacy versus corporations. Right? When Bitcoin started, it was about privacy, and now it's about corporations taking over the privacy and taking it away from you. Okay, but we could have that. So the war. This is a war, and Monero is dying down. But Monero was one of the biggest fighters in this war. Right? Of this war of the government coming in and trying to take our technology from us. We were here first. You don't come here and tell us what to do. This is ours. We made it. So understand that when you're looking at crypto, what side of the war are you on? Are you on the side that's going to turn your children into slaves? Are you on the side that we can have free markets where everybody can trade freely and we could have a competitive markets where everybody could compete with each other? We could have better brand, better food and better products, and everything could escalate to where, we have quality again, right? But that's what's missing. We have no quality in anything anymore. Bread is crap. Technology is crap because it's all monitored. It's no longer local, right? Even video games are no longer local cartridges. Now you have to sign up online, and you're becoming slaves in so many facets of your life that you have to recognize when somebody's putting a leash on your neck. If you're not seeing the leash on your neck, you better wake up, because you won't be able to move soon. And so crypto is a war. What side are you on? Are you gonna fight for your kid's privacy so that he can live a life of freedom where he can trade with anybody he wants and nobody can come in and steal his money? Or are you gonna go in the other direction where they're gonna tell him what he could buy, and they're gonna tell him how much food he's limited to buying a week, and how much money he could take out of his account, because it's not his money anymore, because he gave it to somebody else. You get it? What side of this war are you on? You need to wake up. Stop playing around with NFTs. What are you, a child? You're playing with Garbage Pail Kids cards? That's what you're doing when you're playing with NFTs. You're a child. Wake up. Crypto is supposed to give you power. Crypto is supposed to give you something you gave away for the stupidest things, because they feared you into it, because they made you scared that somebody was going to do something to you. That's why they had to protect you, right? What side of this war are you on, guys? That's how we're going to end this. You better decide, or else it's over. It's already over.